Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 VC review. Today I'm going to be having a look at the rather weird and obscure Devil's Crush on the TurboGrafx 16. For those who do not know, this is a pinball game. It is a very good pinball game in my personal opinion. I've always been a fan of pinball games though, so you might want to hold this to that. As you can see, it's 2 players. It's take turn 2 players for high scores, but personally I prefer just each having 3 lives and then swapping over, but it's whatever you go for. You can also slow the pace of the game down or speed it up. I always go for the faster version. You can password save somehow. I've never used the password. If I'm going to save, I always save via the options in the data save, where you have to push start and then select to go into that. There's one board on the game, which many people might think is a little bad, but I personally think you only need one board for this game, because there's tons of little different bonus modes as well. There's I believe 6 bonus stages in all. I could be wrong on that, but having a look at the operations guide, it only lists 6, so I don't think I'm forgetting any that aren't in the guide. Loads of little different things you can do, like going through the castle there gets your guard to stop your ball from falling through the gaps. You can get all sorts of other little saves, just standard stuff in pinball games like this. Usually to activate the different bonuses, you've got to do the usual of firing a ball into certain areas several times until it's opened up and you get a green arrow telling you that you can go into that area now, and telling you that if you do so you'll be able to hit a bonus area, which will be a different thing depending on where you're going to really. There's like one for the skull, one for the face there, one for the dragon, just usual stuff. Music on this game is fantastic, but then again I am into a bit rock metal type thing. But I'll just shut up a little bit and let you have a listen. Not really much to say, seeing as it's a pinball game. It's just usual stuff, just hit the balls, get points. However, even though it's a very simple premise, it is also a very addictive one that can see you playing this game until the wee hours in the morning. I've done it many a time. Just me and my older brother, who does the editing for me, thank you for that. We'll just constantly take turns trying to beat each other's high score. Unfortunately, he is currently the holder. I can't touch his score of 17 million. Highest I've got is 14 million. I'm not very good at the game. Like them, but not good at them. That's usually the way it goes with me in games. I'll just try and quickly actually show you this bonus stage here. There we go. This one is a skull stage. You have to hit each of the skulls enough times so that they break, and then the game will end and you'll get bonus points afterwards. You get points for destroying those faces as well, but the best way to get points is to hit the ball. The best way to get points is to finish it, and then you get perfect points as well, so you get extra bonus points for doing amazingly well. Unfortunately, while I haven't been able to get to the top of the board, I will endeavour to do so while I finish the review, because there is more of this board to see. This is just the middle section and this is the bottom section. There's a section with a load of monks going around at the end, where if you manage to kill all of them on a certain colour, you'll get a really high score. One of my friends has managed to get 100 million as a bonus, and no one knows how he done it, even himself. We've been trying to work it out for ages now, but personally I think he's just a very modest gamer and is just really good at the game. It's the highest score I've ever seen on this, and it's, I believe, it's standing at 104 million. So just for personal interest, if you know anyone with a higher score, please tell me. Obviously you can do the usual things on pinball games, like by pushing the one button you'll be able to tilt the board, where you might be able to see that, and obviously if you tilt too much, then just trying to do it here, there is actually a turbo button, and there you go. Board's completely ruined, you can't do it anymore, you lose your ball and you have to start the board again. But you do, well, I say start the board again, but obviously you just lose a ball and it resets itself. Those little jelly blob things up there, if you manage to get them all a certain colour, I'm not going to say what, then you can actually get an extra ball from it. There are also various other ways of getting extra balls. Some are from high scores, some are from accomplishing certain achievements. And here we are at the top. You can, as I say, if you destroy them all as one colour, then you will get a bonus. The way to change colour is to fire them into the holes. If your ball falls into a hole, then they'll change colour. It can be very annoying because you can get to a point where one more hit on the final one will kill it and you'll get the bonus, and then you fire it into a ball or you fall down the hole. Although I might be able to do it here, can I? Yay, and no bonus, so that wasn't the right colour. Typical. I don't know which colour it is. There are tons of different colours: green, purple, red, orange, brown, all the likes of stuff like that. Up here is pretty much the best place to actually get points, because when you go up a certain way you can get the stoppers there. So if you're careful, you can just sit here and rack up your score until you unlock a bonus section and accidentally fall into it. There are also multipliers on the game, where when you destroy a certain amount of a certain enemy, then you build up your multiplier for when you die, so that you get an uber high score as you actually die. And you can also build up a point system that goes in towards a multiplier. This here is a feature for getting an extra ball when you're done. As all these points finish here, it'll come up a counter, and if you can manage to match your counter to the last 3 digits of your score, then it'll give you an extra ball, although it only does that once. So here I've got to try and get 900. Ooh, 1 out. So there we go then. That's been the review. I hope you found it helpful. I don't score the games because that's based purely on opinion, so instead I'll leave you to make your own mind up. So thanks for watching, and if you've got any questions about the game that I didn't answer in the vid, or that hasn't been answered in the comments, then feel free to ask and I'll help if I can. Also, if you did find it helpful, don't forget to check out my channel, because there's plenty more like this up there, and don't forget to subscribe because there'll be plenty more to come as well. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.